Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Monday, December 8th. You're watching Phuket Xtra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Phuket's anti-graft watchdog has opened a formal probe into the One World Condo project in Cheung Delay after a string of complaints about how it won approvals and how it's being built.
Suwat Sawaran, the director of NACC Phuket, confirmed his office was asked by the Public Sector Anti-Corruption Commission Region 8 to investigate possible irregularities in the project's EIA approval, related permits, and alleged ongoing breaches of its own EIA environment conditions. That request follows a multi-agency site inspection earlier this month on December 3rd. Inspectors found that contractors had not fully implemented required impact prevention measures and that monitoring by responsible agencies was inconsistent, allowing problems to worsen for nearby households. Phuket Province, via the Damrong Dang Center, will now coordinate urgent talks with the developer to impose immediate mitigations. Written recommendations and follow-ups are expected. NACC Phuket is running a parallel inquiry into potential corruption around the approvals. This action builds on steps that were taken back in August when Talang District convened local leaders and the developer after Bang Tao residents complained about the 7-story 200-plus unit build on Soi 4/2. At that time, inspectors from the Cheung Delay Oboto reported missing basics such as dust/noise walls, traffic safety controls for heavy machinery, and the absence of a required monitoring unit. Residents also questioned the EIA's transparency. Authorities say they will press for immediate safeguards while the corruption and compliance investigations proceed. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Phuket has moved into urgent mode over a looming waste crisis.
Governor Nirat Pongsititawan has called an emergency mid-December meeting of leaders from all 19 local administrative organizations after a briefing at Provincial Hall warned that daily rubbish could surge to between 1,400 to 1,500 tons in the coming weeks. Phuket City Mayor Supachok Laongpet said the island's central incinerator at Sapan Hen can burn only about 500 tons a day right now, with the remainder going into already stretched landfills, bringing foul odors, pests, and higher environmental risk. Despite repeated requests, many local bodies have yet to adopt strong source reduction measures, according to the mayor. The governor said he will personally chair the Provincial Waste and Garbage Management Committee and wants only decision makers at the table to lock in immediate steps. Over 10 local administrations on the island have still not signed a new Memorandum of Understanding with Phuket City on disposal fees, which have not changed since 2009. If agreement cannot be reached, Phuket may require each authority to handle its own waste to relieve pressure on the central facility at Sapan Hen. Officials stressed that solving this will take all sectors working together so that the island remains clean, safe, and welcoming for everyone who lives here and everyone who visits. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
A 25-year-old man has died and a woman was seriously injured after a head-on motorbike collision in Patong last night.
The crash took place at about 9 p.m. in Soi Chatan off 50P Road. Police identified the deceased as 25-year-old Chaikrit Pradongchan, who was rushed to Patong Hospital and later pronounced dead. The injured rider is 39-year-old Sahasakon Kampawet and is currently still under treatment. She was conscious but unable to give a statement. A third person, a 33-year-old, was not hurt. Police found 2 heavily damaged motorbikes, along with a white Chevrolet Sonic registered here in Phuket. CCTV and witness accounts indicate that one of the motorbikes overtook on the right, colliding with the second motorbike, a Honda Wave, and forcing it into the other vehicle. Patong police said a full report has been filed and further legal action will follow once the investigation is complete. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Phuket officials are moving early to manage crowds and keep communities safe ahead of next month's Electric Daisy Carnival at the new Rhythm Park in Cheung Delay.
Governor Nirat Pongsititawan chaired a multi-agency briefing at Phuket Provincial Hall to lock in transport, security, and community measures for the 3-day festival, which will take place January 16th through the 18th, where daily attendance could reach 200,000 people. Plans include 6 island-wide pickup and drop-off hubs, streamlined shuttle services, clear queuing systems, and detailed diversion maps to be released before the event so that motorists can avoid congestion. Police and local administrations will coordinate traffic control. Environmental and neighborhood impacts are a key focus. Agencies reviewed noise limits, restroom capacity, and waste management, and called for post-event economic and social impact assessments to help Phuket improve hosting capacity for future large events. The governor urged careful, systematic planning to uphold international standards and maximize provincial revenue, noting lessons from EDC 2025, which required extensive police and private security support. Authorities also acknowledged 2 unrelated tourist deaths at last year's event and emphasized strong on-site medical readiness and coordinated emergency response this year. Traffic routes, access maps, and public advisories will be issued in the coming weeks. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Their Majesties the King and Queen made a one-day visit to Phuket over the weekend to preside over the 37th Phuket King's Cup Regatta 2025, drawing crowds of residents and tourists who lined routes from the airport to Regatta.
Arriving at the Phuket International Airport, Their Majesties were received by the Governor, Nirat Pongsittithawon, and senior officials before proceeding to Regatta Beach for the international sailing event held for the Royal Trophy. Her Majesty the Queen competed on board Vayu in the IRC 0 class, serving as navigator in the final race. Vayu won race 8 and finished second overall in the series. His Majesty observed preparations aboard before returning to shore and later presented trophies and commemorative plaques to winners and sponsors during an audience at Kanda Hall. This year's regatta featured about 120 boats and more than 365 sailors from across Asia, Europe, and Australia. For local businesses, especially in Regatta and Coron, the royal visit and international turnout provided a welcome lift as high season kicks into gear. The King's Cup first sailed in 1987 to honor the 60th birthday of King Bhumibol Adulyadej the Great, remains one of Asia's most prestigious regattas. Their Majesties departed Phuket at about 5 p.m. on Saturday as well-wishers gathered in Regatta, Talang, and near the airport to bid farewell. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Thailand has ordered mass evacuations from border communities in Buriram, Surin, Sisaket, and Ubon Ratchathani after a new round of clashes with Cambodian forces that started on Sunday.
The 2nd Army Region says a 35-minute firefight broke out on Sunday in Sisaket province, injuring 2 Thai soldiers. Hours later and into this morning, Cambodia expanded attacks with shells and rockets across several sectors, killing 1 Thai soldier and wounding at least 8 more, according to Army spokesman Major General Wintai Subari. He said that Thai troops returned fire, quote, proportionally under the rules of engagement, and that the Royal Thai Air Force launched strikes to halt further attacks. Targets included what Thailand says was a casino near the Chong An Ma border pass being used as a heavy weapons and drone base, and a cable car near the Prasat Takwai ruins that supplied Cambodian positions on Mount 350. The army reports both were destroyed. Security agencies say more than 385,000 residents have been moved from high-risk zones, with the First Army also ordering precautionary evacuations in Sakeo. The Ministry of Education has temporarily closed 641 schools across 5 provinces to protect students and staff. The flare-up follows Thailand's call at the United Nations for an investigation into landmines allegedly laid by Cambodian forces inside of Thai territory. Authorities stress that they are monitoring the situation closely and have urged people in affected districts to remain in shelters until further notice. As always, we'll keep an eye on official advisories and pass on any changes that might affect Phuket travelers and businesses. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Thanks for joining us and starting your week with us here on Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.